Sadly, I had to turn the music off. Because, you know, YouTube and shit. Hey. I can smile again without being embarrassed. Anyway, this is how far I got. I've been sick for days. Apparently, the catheter has come off my morphine pump. That's why I'm being in so much pain. I'm not getting the required morphine in my intrathecal fluid. Explains why I've been feeling so shit. So anyway, just want to show you how far the workshop's got. I've been on my ass 3 days, and today I spent about 2 hours. Anyway, the other night I put these up. Big improvement over the tubs. So I got like my Allen keys, MIG-TIG plasma bits and pieces, small nozzles, big nozzles, air fittings, other bits, plugs, and it's all organised. Even I found a stapler. Hang on, that's an air fitting. Beep, 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 beep. Or an extra tray. I got hinges and locks and bits of chain and double adapters. Anyway, you get the drift. That is still a mess in there. So, I got the power washer under there. It's a good spot instead of outside. Don't look at the workbench yet. There's all the cleaned floor panels. Boop, 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 boop. You've all seen that before. I can walk around again. Not completely, but I can. 242 or 424 HD, whatever. This is where I'll start laying the floor mats. So, and then when the floor mats are in, the red beast can be backed in out of the way. And I picked up this handy dandy. I was at the scrapyard buying some flashing, and I saw this bench and I thought that'll make an awesome, you know, welder bench. And it said $50, sold. And as he walked up, I said, "Damn, that would make a nice little welder bench." I said you could put your welder up the top, your gas bottle next to it, and you know how much I shake. You could sit down, and it's just the right height to do some welding, to sit and relax. I could put all my bits of scrap underneath, even some on top. And he said, "Oh, you could have it for $20. I said, "Yeah, I'll have that." I mean, you couldn't, you know, just those bits of metal are $20, if not more. And I said, "Well, I've got no way to take it home." He goes, "I'll deliver it." Bonus. So that is going in a shed somewhere. I'm still waiting on my Amazon shelving, which are 2 meters high by 2 meters wide, 4 shelves rated at 200 kilos each. They seem to be missing. Supposed to be here last week. They seem to be missing. And there's no tracking number. Doesn't everything have a track? I can film from here now, see? I've only had one lot of morphine today, and it's 3 o'clock. Shock horror. The belt's on nice and tight though. That helps. When the belt is really tight, it seems to push the catheter towards the pump, I think, and it allows some of the morphine to go up the catheter. If I don't wear this, I get a splitting headache because the intrathecal fluid leaks out. That's my understanding of it. But no, they don't believe the x-ray. No, we have to do a dye test first. I have to wait a week for a dye test. I can operate until I've done a dye test, and that's going to take a week. I thought the operation would be done within less than a week. And then how long before the operation? It better not be too long. So, if I survive today, tomorrow, meaning like pain-wise, I'll start laying some of these floor mats down over in that bay where the wood is. I'm also going to buy some more ply. I don't like the way it looks. I'm going to go ply all the way to the roof. I'm going to put a strip of plywood all the way across. Yeah, I just don't like the way it looks. And I'm going to paint it white. What do you think? White? I'll have some white. Nice glossy white, so I can use a whiteboard marker and draw all over it and wipe it off. My lovely wife. Never thought I'd get to this, I tell you. Oh, wee. Wooden blocks. You can never ever have too many wooden blocks in a workshop to put under jacks. They're just so helpful. My wife said, why didn't you just throw them away? They're just so bits of wooden block. I said, yeah. You have no idea how handy wooden blocks are. Same with the rags. Throw the rags away. Nah. What else did she say? That HO engine over there. Yeah, she said, why don't you just throw it away and get a new one? That would be defeating the whole point of my workshop now, wouldn't it? If I just threw everything away and brought new ones. of my enjoyment of rebuilding engines. Why don't you just throw it away and get another one, get a new one? Yeah. Yeah, they don't have them on the shelf anymore, darling. And that'll be defeat the point of me getting this YouTube channel popular, so I can do something really special with it. Something I've been wanting to do for a decade now. Turn it into a real monster. Yeah. I'll have to strip the block and take it to a machinist. I mean, some of it's possible. How much of it, I don't know, but a good machinist will be able to tell me how much he can modify the block. So you can imagine, if he can modify it as the way I want to, it'll be a monster, man. And I'll have everything perfectly balanced. I want it to rest at least 7,000 RPM. Wouldn't it be awesome if I could make a flat crank for it? You know, like they have in the Ferraris and the F1s. With today's milling machines, it shouldn't be too difficult to make a flat crank. A flat crank is where the main bearings are opposing. The big ends are opposing, not the mains, the big ends are opposing to each other instead of at 90-degree angles to each other. It's basically when you lay it down, the crank is flat. That's where the Ferraris and that get their that crispy reviness sound is from the flat crank. Wouldn't it be cool if you could make your own flat crank for an engine? I mean, you'd have to do away with the computer from the factory computer. You'd have to get a Haltech to compensate, because your firing order, everything would be different. Oh, even the camshafts probably. Yeah, the camshafts wouldn't work either. You would need flat cams. Flat cams. A flat crank and flat cams. Well, basically you would, wouldn't you? At the moment the lobes are at 90 degrees to each other. So you also need flat cams. You'd have to have complete billet camshafts, mate. But imagine that engine, right, with a flat crank. Wow. Revving to say 9,000 RPM. And it wouldn't be a 5 litre anymore, but I'm planning. No, I'm not talking about stroking it. I'm not talking about stroking it. It'll be my last project, because after that, if I were to still do projects after this one, I would definitely go electric. I would do an electric project just to keep up with the times. Even though I think electric, the power is fun, but I reckon they'd be boring. But the red one is going to run on what is it, E10 methanol, basically. I've got the fuel pump, fuel regulators and all that stuff to go with it. Basically to run on alcohol. Isn't that what methanol is? And put big injectors in it. That's not going to be my daily driver. The silver one is. So this will be just the one I take out on the track and have fun with. Yeah. So going to do tank tuck. Put in the HD transfer case. Some more mods to the engine. Some bar work. Yeah, it'll be a while before that one's back on the road. Unless you guys are really supportive. Because money makes everything go much faster. Much, much faster. And money is not something we have a lot of. The reason I can do what I do is because none of us drink, none of us smoke. We don't go out because of our son. Mostly we don't go out to parties or pubs or. This is my fun. This is my smoking, my drinking, my staying at home life. And don't forget, I do it all myself. You've seen me build this shed myself, modify it myself, put up the hoist myself. I do everything myself. So I don't, apart from the concrete slab, I just had an operation. My wife refused to let me do the concrete slab. Otherwise, everything is done by moi. The whole lot. Every nut, bolt and screw. And I was surprised. I thought it had been 3 years. But it's actually been 2 years since I started this project. Which ain't bad, really. I was surprised it was only 2 years since I began putting the shed up. I got reminded by Facebook. And I'm like, what? 2 years only? That's not bad for 2 years considering I'm sick. And I've had a shitload of operations. So no wonder my mate keeps saying how much I'm getting done. And I'm like, nah. Really? You think so? Because to me it feels like it's so slow. But he seemed to think I'm going really well, fast. But me, no. But then I've always wanted everything fast. I've always been a hard worker, and being sick sucks. So, also the wood at the top there was my wife's idea. She didn't like it like that either. I wasn't too sure, but yeah, she really didn't like it. And I guess it'll in summer it'll probably keep it a little bit cooler, in winter a bit warmer in here, having the double wall. The ceiling is another thing though. I'll probably put a couple of those vents on the roof, sucking the hot air out, and that will probably help a lot. Yeah. Hey, look, there's room for a car here. What, floor first or car up first? Let me know. Do you want to see a car go up, or do you want to see me lay the floor first? It's up to you. And if you don't let me know in the comments, like you never do, you know who I'm talking about. You never comment, tell me, answer my questions, nothing. Disgusting. Anyway, from the 20 views I get, what does it matter? Anyway, gotta let yous go. Love yous and leave yous. I'm just glad my floor is clean. I dropped my gas bottle on my welder and busted one of the gauges. How much is that gonna cost? Bugger. Yeah, I was carrying the welder, not thinking the bottle was still connected to it. Oh, it sucks. So I'm gonna have to replace that. You can see it. So I really need to replace that before I can use it again. I can probably just buy the gauge. I probably don't have to replace the whole lot. But yeah, that sucked. I thought it was fine, but no, it wasn't. Whew. Anyway, catch you later when your legs are straighter.